Hello and welcome to a new edition of Rising Borno, where we bring to you recent developments in Borno State under the leadership of Governor Babagana Zulum's administration. I am Dorcas Yakubuzala. Let's begin. Residents of Maiduguri and Jere local government have praised Governor Babagana Zulum for cushioning the high cost of transportation by providing electric buses with affordable fare. It will be recalled that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu commissioned the Borno State government's fleet of electric vehicles last December to mitigate the effects of rising fuel pump prices. Across Maiduguri city, a new wave of mobility is reshaping the city as electric buses now ply major routes, offering residents more affordable and accessible transportation. Nigeria has continued to grapple with rising fuel prices, which have driven up transport fares nationwide, with recent increases linked to global tensions in the Middle East. In response, Governor Zulum introduced additional electric buses across the Maiduguri metropolis and Jere local government area to ease the burden on commuters. For many residents, the initiative comes as a welcome relief, reducing transportation costs and improving daily productivity.
Da za mu ce mun gode wa gwamnati. Allah ya kara masa yadda. Mun gode. Na biyu kuma ba za mu ce komai ba. GM dinmu zan ce Alhaji Grema Kasuro ba abin da za mu ce mishi mun gode masa. Tamkar yadda direbobi yadda suke fita haka shi ma yake fita. Karfe 6 ka tafi zaka same shi a terminus.
Bana done bana Umara Zulumbe andero sunna da taidanye ande askrin yana. Na adin jimtilo roletu naira miya. Ngomari ado naira fiwo. Taidanye askrin yana bana fande na fero wallo na ma naira yor yak bulum kutu. Dan Johnny ro wallo na ma naira yor araku.
Alhamdulillah gaskiya zuwan motar nan da aka dauka ka ba na ji dadi sosai. Kuma baya da nima su kansu fasinja sun ji daɗi kuma suna yaba da mai girma gwamna sai dai mu ci Allah saka mai da alheri kuma fasinja suna kamar yanzu yanda ka zo ga fasinja nan suna jiran motan ana hawa kuma muna zuwa mu je mu dawo gaskiya sai ba abin da zamu ce dai mu ci Allah saka da alheri.
Experts, however, are calling on other state governments to adopt clean energy transportation systems as a sustainable solution to rising costs and environmental concerns.
I think it's not only today or recently that His Excellency Professor Babagana Zulum started this intervention. 2 or 3 years ago, I remember he supplied buses to relieve the transportation challenges being faced by ordinary people and pegged the price of ticket at 50 naira from right up at Bulumkutu or even at the State University to the University of Maiduguri, to Post Office University of Maiduguri, Bulumkutu, and all that route. And also, later on, he brought in electric vehicle taxis to ease the cost of transportation and to really make transportation easier and cheaper for the citizens of Maiduguri. But despite this, the cost of transportation kept on increasing, especially after 2023, with the removal of subsidy on petroleum. And that led to escalation, not only in the cost of transportation, but in the cost of food, in the cost of services and basic health. And the removal of subsidy on electricity and the increase or hike in tariffs and taxes also compounded the situation for many people in the country. But luckily, in Borno State, the governor saw these things coming, and he took measures to alleviate and to soften and to cushion the effects of these measures. And I'm happy to say that as chairman of the Advisory Committee on Governance and Development to His Excellency, we have anticipated these sort of challenges and gave advice, particularly in terms of giving support to civil servants in the state, payment of gratuities and pensions to those who have retired, increase in allowances, review of working conditions, because Maiduguri basically is a civil service town. And when you take care of civil servants, there will be trickle-down effect. And recently, as you mentioned, he flagged off 500 electric Keke Napep vehicles, which he distributed at subsidized price. I think 70%, 30% subsidy price for each Keke Napep, and gave it to the operators. These are measures designed to really help the ordinary people in the state. But government could do only so far or so much. There is always something left to be done. And what is left to be done should be taken up by other actors, the private sector, labor unions, to come together to discuss with the government on how to facilitate or how to leverage or access facilities from the banks, for instance, to help their members.
Now, while residents enjoy cheaper rides, many say they are confident that the initiative is sustainable and it will further ease the cost of living. Governor Babagana Zulum and the state APC party has officially endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima for a second term ahead of the 2027 general elections. The endorsement was announced during a stakeholders meeting held at the multipurpose hall of the Government House in Maiduguri. Now, following the release of the party's primary election timetable, APC leaders in the state say the move was part of efforts to consolidate unity and strengthen the party's chances at the polls. Governor Babagana Umara Zulum commended party stakeholders for their continued loyalty, describing Borno as a stronghold of the APC. He stressed the need for sustained unity to secure victory in the 2027 elections.
In favor of Tinubu, Kashim Shettima say aye.
Inshallah, year 2027 we will vote for Tinubu Kashim. Rambi, Allah Sakara, Allah Nuna.
Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum says his administration has recorded significant progress in education and healthcare, bringing renewed hope and resilience to communities across the state. He made this known during the launch of the National Community Food Bank program in the Northeast by Nigeria's First Lady, alongside the commissioning of key health and education projects. On arrival in Maiduguri, Nigeria's First Lady flagged off the Food Bank initiative and inspected facilities at the Food Distribution and Stabilization Center, including the Inpatient Nutrition Unit. She later proceeded to commission newly completed projects, including nurses' quarters and 2 mega schools in Maiduguri.
Your Excellencies and honorable ministers that are here and distinguished invited guests, gentlemen of the press, it is a great honor and privilege to be here for this day. This will be the first assignment while we are here for our children and also for pregnant mothers and lactating mothers. So I have the honor and privilege to commission the National Food Bank in Borno State to the glory of God and the benefit of mankind.
The intervention is aimed at providing nutritional support to vulnerable groups, including children, pregnant women, and nursing mothers. It also includes the empowerment of 2,000 women with startup packs and a total of 200 million naira. Governor Zulum commended President Bola Tinubu for the 68 billion naira support to boost power generation in the state. He also announced a donation of 500 million naira to support the Food Bank initiative. He noted that the Renewed Hope agenda is helping to rebuild lives while improving agriculture and the local economy.
The facilities proximity to the state specialist hospital further supports uninterrupted healthcare services and complements ongoing investment in equipment, training, and capacity building. In the education sector, we continue to expand access and improve infrastructure. Since 2019, The state has constructed 104 mega schools, expanded senior secondary schools from 34 to 129, and increased enrollment to over 1.4 million learners. Investment in skills development, digital literacy, and vocational training have further strengthened human capital development. We have also recognized prioritized teacher recruitment, training, and welfare. This includes the engagement of 6,557 teachers, training of over 17,000 teachers, and the implementation of improved remuneration and housing support. In addition, in the recognition of excellence and dedication, Her Excellency will also award 9 education personnel today after her speech. As part of this recognition, 9 of them will receive 8 of them will receive 8 brand vehicles will be presented to the outstanding teacher by Her Excellency. Notably, one of the awardees, Baba Fandi, has dedicated 50 years to public service with remarkable commitment and resilience. He is a watchman, and Her Excellency will give her a note of the heart, inshallah. I also want to use this opportunity to commend the great initiative of Mr. President for establishing this community food bank under the office of Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As chairman of the Northeastern Governors Forum, I want to assure you that governors of the Northeast will provide the needed support to this program. On my own part, as the governor of Borno State, I'm hereby announcing the donation of 500 million naira to the Community Food Bank Trust Fund, with the view to ensuring sustainability of the program. At this juncture, I want to express my sincere appreciation to His Excellency President Borno Tinubu GCFR for approving the sum of 68 billion to support power supply in Borno State through the emergency power plant just last 3 days ago. I want to bring to a kind notice that the total amount of revenue that is being generated by the power plant is 600 million naira, while the total amount of money needed to procure the fossil fuel is about 2.6 billion. Therefore, we need additional sum of 2 billion naira to complement the effort of the population. So the President, in his wisdom, has approved the sum of 2 billion naira for the next 34 months in order to bridge the gap, financing gap for the procurement of the fossil fuel. This strategic investment intervention will significantly improve electricity supply in Maiduguri and surrounding areas. We also appreciate the establishment of the Federal Department of Agriculture and Entrepreneurship, BAMA, by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The check-up of the Federal College of Education Border and the check-up of the orthopedic hospital Average are all interventions that were made by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we need to commend them. In the same deal, we wish to acknowledge with deep appreciation the tremendous support and far-reaching intervention extended to Borno State through the Renewed Hope initiative under the distinguished leadership of Your Excellency. These impactful interventions have not only improved livelihoods, but have further strengthened the bond between our people and the administration of Bola Tinubu. As a government and as a people, we make it clear that this support will be reciprocated with unwavering political loyalty and commitment. We must get stand firm with Mr. President, and we shall continue to mobilize our people at all levels to sustain and consolidate the renewed hope agenda, including giving our full support in the forthcoming elections, inshallah.
The choice of Borno State for the Northeast launch is strategic. The region has faced security challenges, which have contributed to food insecurity and child malnutrition. This program will complement ongoing efforts by state governments to improve access to nutritious food, especially for women and children. I would like to take this opportunity to especially commend the Governor of Borno State, His Excellency Professor Babagana Zulum, CON, and also for your contribution to the Food Bank Trust Fund. And I think I'll take it from there that I also did the same. I didn't say because I'm, collaborating with the ministry. I donated a sum of 500 million as well. So I'm now challenging all the women that are here. No money is too small to add. We are mothers and we should be concerned. And I want you to also, the First Lady, despite I'm partnering with the Ministry of Health, you have a lot of work to do. We want you to visit hospital banks, make sure that the food that are being distributed are not rotten, they are not spoiled, the eggs are fresh, so that you are the only one who can give the feedback to your husband and make sure that this program doesn't suffer from negligence. So I will charge you with that responsibility today, and I will appreciate if you rise up to the occasion. Thank you very much. So, Your Excellency, the Governor, I want to commend you for your remarkable gesture of empowering about 2,000 women, many of whom are potential beneficiaries of the National Food Bank project we are launching today, through the provision of sewing machines and a grant of 100,000 naira each, which is a total of 200 million to the beneficiaries. We have brought hope and support to many families. I say thank you on their behalf. Your Excellency, you are doing a great job in Borno State across and this is clearly evident in the key projects I'm privileged to have commissioned, namely our primary, junior, secondary school, junior secondary school, and not only that, today 8 vehicles, brand new vehicles will be given to our teachers. And the number 1 will be for the overall best teacher, who is Matthew Bata, chemistry teacher, CSS, and teacher.
This program gives practical expression of the food security and social protection priorities of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu TCFR. It translates that mandate into direct support for vulnerable citizens and improved nutrition outcomes while advancing Nigeria's commitments to the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly SDG 2 on zero hunger, SDG 1 on no poverty, SDG 3 on good health and well-being. Your Excellency, Professor Babagana Zulum, what we are seeing in Borno State today is the result of steady, deliberate leadership in circumstances that will test any system. You have kept progress moving, restoring communities, reopening economic life, and strengthening confidence among the people. The sustainability of this program depends on how effective it is linked to local production of food. Must move consistently, supported by producers at different scales, organized to supply reliably over time. We cannot speak of food security without nutrition security. We cannot speak of nutrition without addressing the most vulnerable, the displaced farmers, returning to production, the nursing mother, and the child. The Community Food Bank Program is a practical vehicle to leave no one behind. The outcomes we project are ambitious but achievable. Increased production, higher farmers' income, reduced post-harvest losses, stabilized food prices, and measurable decline in malnutrition across the zone. Let us go from this place and build a nation where no one sleeps hungry, where every child grows strong, and where the food bank becomes a stepping stone, not a destination. Your Excellency, we at the Federal Ministry of Agriculture reaffirm our collective responsibility to ensure its success not in design, but in delivery where it is measured.
The state government also rewarded outstanding civil servants with cars in recognition of their performance. And that's a wrap on this week's edition of Rising Borno. See you again next week. Have a great day.